Acre, a unit of area used for land. The farm covers 10 acres. Afterlife, life after death. Many people believe in an afterlife. Archaeology, the study of ancient cultures. Archaeology teaches us about history. Chamber, a large room or space. The king sat in his chamber. Channel, a path for water or communication. The TV channel shows news all day. Core, the central part of something. The Earth's core is very hot. Corridor, a long passage in a building. The classrooms are down the corridor. Distinct, clearly different. There are 3 distinct colors here. Elite, the best or most powerful group. The elite athletes train together. Engineer, a person who designs or builds. He works as a civil engineer. Found, to start or establish. They founded a new company. Gap, an empty space between things. There's a gap between the 2 houses. Glory, great honor or fame. The team played for glory. Interior, the inside part of something. The interior of the car is modern. Lion, a large wildcat. The lion is the king of the jungle. Role, the part someone plays. She played the main role in the movie. Royal, relating to a king or queen. The royal family lives in the palace. Sole, only, single. He is the sole owner of the shop. Stairs, a set of steps for going up or down. She went up the stairs quickly. Surface, the outer part of something. The surface of the water was calm. Agreement, a promise or contract. They reached an agreement yesterday. Arise, to happen or appear. Problems may arise if we wait too long. Benefactor, a person who gives help or money. The benefactor donated to the school. Blacksmith, a person who makes things from metal. The blacksmith made a new horseshoe. Chimney, a tall pipe for smoke. Smoke came out of the chimney. Compensate, to give something for loss or damage. They compensated him for the damage. Encounter, to meet unexpectedly. We encountered an old friend at the park. Exceed, to go beyond a limit. His speed exceeded the limit. Forge, to make or shape metal. The worker forged the iron. Humble, modest, not proud. He is a humble man despite his success. Iron, a strong metal. The gate is made of iron. Ladder, a structure for climbing. He climbed the ladder to the roof. Modest, not showing off. She gave a modest answer. Occupy, to take up space or time. The sofa occupies too much space. Penny, a small unit of money. It costs only a penny. Preach, to give a religious talk. The priest preached to the people. Prosper, to succeed or do well. The business began to prosper. Province, a region of a country. He lives in a northern province. Satisfaction, a happy feeling after achieving something. She felt satisfaction after finishing the job. Sustain, To keep something going. They tried to sustain the business. Acquire. To get or gain something. He acquired a new skill. Awkward. Uncomfortable or not graceful. He felt awkward in the meeting. Caretaker. A person who takes care of a place. The caretaker locked the building. Deceive. To make someone believe something false. He deceived his friends with a lie. Discourage. To make someone less confident. Don't discourage her from trying. Fake. Not real. The bag was fake leather. Hatred. A strong feeling of dislike. Hatred can destroy relationships. Hut. A small, simple shelter. They lived in a wooden hut. Inferior. Lower in quality or rank. This product is inferior to the other brand. Lodge. A small house for travelers. We stayed in a mountain lodge. Neglect. To not care for something. Don't neglect your health. Newcomer. Someone who has just arrived. The newcomer quickly made friends. Offense. A crime or something upsetting. Stealing is a serious offense. Overlook. To fail to notice. I overlooked a mistake in the report. Repay. To pay back. I will repay the loan next month. Ridiculous. Very silly. That idea is ridiculous. Satisfactory. Good enough. The results are satisfactory. Shepherd. A person who cares for sheep. The shepherd watched over the flock. Venture. A risky journey or project. Starting a business is a venture. Wheat. A grain used for bread. Bread is made from wheat. Alley. A narrow passage between buildings. The cat ran into the alley. Axe. A tool for chopping wood. He cut the tree with an axe. Bunch. A group of things. She bought a bunch of bananas. Chore. A small job or task. Washing dishes is my least favorite chore. Decent. Good and acceptable. He earns a decent salary. Disgraceful. Very bad or unacceptable. His behavior was disgraceful. Elbow. The joint in the middle of your arm. He rested his elbow on the table. Grateful. Thankful. I am grateful for your help. Irritate. To make someone annoyed. Loud noises irritate me. Kid. A child. The kids are playing outside. Loose. Not tight. The shirt is too loose on me. Offend. To make someone upset or angry. I didn't mean to offend you. Overnight. During the night. We stayed overnight at a hotel. Persist. To continue, despite problems. She persisted in her studies. Pine. A type of tree. The forest is full of pine trees. Scar. A mark left after a wound. He has a scar on his face. Sensation. A physical feeling. The massage gave me a warm sensation. Sled. A small vehicle for sliding on snow. The children rode a sled down the hill. Tease. To make fun of someone. Don't tease your brother. Valentine. Someone you love on Valentine's Day. She sent a card to her Valentine. Acquaint. To make someone familiar with something. Let me acquaint you with my friend. Cemetery. A place where people are buried. The cemetery is quiet and peaceful. Creature. Any living thing. Strange creatures live in the ocean. Curse. A wish for bad things to happen. The witch put a curse on the town. Disguise. To hide your identity. He disguised himself as a policeman. Fancy. Decorative or special. She wore a fancy dress to the party. Flashlight. A small light you carry. Use a flashlight to see in the dark. Hood. A part of a coat that covers the head. Put your hood up, it's raining. Inhabitant. A person or animal living in a place. The inhabitants of the island are friendly. Nourish. To feed and help grow. Mothers nourish their babies with milk. Pirate. A sea robber. Pirates attack the ship. Publication. Something printed like a book or magazine. The article appeared in a monthly publication. Riddle. A puzzling question. Can you solve this riddle? Rot. To decay or break down. The fruit began to rot. Shortly. In a short time. The train will arrive shortly. Skeleton. The bones of the body. The human skeleton has 206 bones. Spoil. To ruin something. Don't spoil the surprise. Starve. To suffer from not having food. The animals were starving. Thrill. A sudden strong feeling of excitement. Riding a roller coaster gives me a thrill. Wicked. Very bad or evil. That was a wicked thing to do. Alert. Quick to notice things. You must stay alert while driving. Broadcast. To send out on radio or TV. They will broadcast the match live. Bulletin. A short news report. I heard it on the morning bulletin. Bump. To hit something softly. I bumped my head on the door. Chop. To cut into pieces. Please chop the onions. Closet. A small room for clothes. My shoes are in the closet. Console. To comfort someone. She consoled her friend after the loss. District. A part of a city or country. This is the business district. Drawer. A sliding box in furniture. The keys are in the top drawer. Endure. To suffer something painful. He endured the cold without a coat. Execute. To carry out a plan. The plan was executed perfectly. Grasp. To take hold of firmly. She grasped his hand tightly. Rear. The back part of something. The garden is at the rear of the house. Senator. A member of the Senate. The senator gave a long speech. Skull. The bones of the head. He hurt his skull in the accident. Stir. To mix, by moving. Stir the soup with a spoon. Tap. To hit lightly. Tap the screen to open the app. Tremendous. Very big or great. She has tremendous energy. Underneath. Under something. The cat is hiding underneath the bed. Worm. A small soft animal without legs. The bird ate a worm. Abandon. To leave something forever. He abandoned his car in the street. Ambitious. Wanting to succeed. She is ambitious about her career. Bark. The sound a dog makes. The dog barked all night. Bay. A part of the sea by land. The boat sailed into the bay. Brilliant. Very smart or bright. She had a brilliant idea. Chin. The bottom part of your face. He has a scar on his chin. Complaint. Saying you are unhappy. We made a complaint to the manager. Deaf. Not able to hear. He is deaf in one ear. Enthusiastic. Very excited and interested. She is enthusiastic about learning. Expedition. A journey for a purpose. They went on an expedition to the mountains. Horizon. Where the earth meets the sky. The sun set on the horizon. Loyal. Faithful to someone or something. Dogs are loyal animals. Mayor. The leader of a city. The mayor opened the new park. Mutual. Shared by two or more people. We have mutual respect. Overweight. Heavier than normal. He is a little overweight. Refuge. A safe place. They found refuge in a small cabin. Restore. To bring back to original. They restored the old building. Rub. To move your hand on something. Rub the cream on your hands. Senses. Your ability to feel, see, hear, etc. He lost his senses after the accident. Veterinarian. An animal doctor. The veterinarian checked the dog. Anniversary. A yearly celebration. Today is our wedding anniversary. Arithmetic. The study of numbers. He is good at arithmetic. Ashamed. Feeling guilty or embarrassed. She felt ashamed of her mistake. Burst. To break open suddenly. The balloon burst loudly. Carpenter. A person who makes things from wood. The carpenter made a table. Coal. A black rock used for fuel. The train runs on coal. Couch. A long, comfortable seat for two or more people. I'm lying on the couch watching TV. Drip. To fall in small drops. Water is dripping from the tap. Elegant. Stylish and attractive. She looked elegant in her black dress. Fabric. Cloth used for making clothes. This dress is made from soft fabric. Highlands. An area of high land. They live in the Scottish Highlands. Ivory. A hard, white substance from elephant tusks. The statue is made of ivory. Mill. A building where grain is made into flour. The old mill is still working. Needle. A thin, sharp tool used for sewing. I pricked my finger with a needle. Polish. To make something shiny. She polished her shoes before going out. Sew. To join pieces of cloth together with a needle and thread. My mother can sew her own clothes. Shed. A small building for storing things. Tools are kept in the garden shed. Thread. A thin string used for sewing. The thread broke while I was sewing. Trim. To cut off small pieces to make something neat. He trimmed the hedge in the garden. Upwards. Moving toward a higher place. The balloon floated upwards into the sky. Ally. A country or person that helps another. The two countries are allies in trade. Boast. To talk with pride about something. She boasted about her cooking skills. Bounce. To spring back after hitting something. The ball bounced over the fence. Bully. Someone who hurts or frightens others. The bully was punished for his behavior. Carbohydrate. A substance in foods like bread or pasta. Rice is high in carbohydrates. Crawl. To move slowly on hands and knees. The baby crawled across the floor. Defeat. To win against someone. Our team defeated the champions. Dial. To turn a phone or device. To call someone. She dialed his number quickly. Dominant. More powerful or important than others. Lions are dominant predators. Entire. Whole, complete. We spent the entire day at the beach. Mercy. Kindness or forgiveness. The judge showed mercy to the criminal. Nod. To move your head up and down in agreement. He nodded when I asked if he was ready. Opponent. A person you are competing against. He defeated his opponent easily. Quarrel. An angry argument. They had a quarrel about money. Rival. A person or group competing with you. She is my biggest rival in tennis. Sore. Painful. My legs are sore after running. Sting. To cause a sharp pain. The bee stung my arm. Strain. To try very hard. Don't strain your eyes reading in the dark. Torture. Severe pain given to someone. The prisoner suffered torture. Wrestle. To fight. By holding and pushing. They like to wrestle for fun. Absence. Not being present. His absence was noticed by everyone. Aloud. In a voice that can be heard. Please read the text aloud. Bald. Having no hair. My uncle is bald. Blanket. A covering for warmth. She covered herself with a blanket. Creep. To move slowly and quietly. The cat crept towards the bird. Divorce. The legal end of a marriage. They decided to get a divorce. Imitate. To copy someone's actions. He imitates his teacher's voice. Infant. A very young child. The infant is sleeping in the crib. Kidnap. To take someone by force. The criminal tried to kidnap the child. Nap. A short sleep. I took a nap after lunch. Nowhere. Not in any place. There was nowhere to sit. Pat. To touch lightly with your hand. She patted the dog on the head. Relief. A feeling of comfort after worry. It was a relief to hear the news. Reproduce. To have babies or make copies. Rabbits reproduce quickly. Rhyme. Words that end with the same sound. Cat and hat rhyme. Suck. To draw liquid into the mouth. The baby is sucking milk. Urgent. Needing quick action. This is an urgent matter. Vanish. To disappear suddenly. The magician made the coin vanish. Wagon. A vehicle with four wheels, often pulled by horses. The farmer loaded hay onto the wagon. Wrinkle. A small line on skin or cloth. She has wrinkles around her eyes. Architecture. The design and style of buildings. The city is famous for its old architecture. Basket. A container for carrying things. She put the apples in the basket. Bloom. To produce flowers. The roses bloom in spring. Canoe. A small, narrow boat. They paddled the canoe across the lake. Carpet. A thick floor covering. There is a big carpet in the living room. Cousin. The child of your uncle or aunt. My cousin lives in London. Desk. A table for working or studying. He put his books on the desk. Gallery. A place to show art. We visited the art gallery yesterday. Guest. A person invited to a place. We have a guest staying tonight. Host. A person who receives guests. The host welcomed us warmly. July. The 7th month of the year. My birthday is in July. Modern. New and up to date. They live in a modern apartment. Museum. A place to display objects of interest. We went to the History Museum. Pink. A light red color. She bought a pink dress. Plane. A flying vehicle. The plane landed on time. Refrigerator. A machine to keep food cold. The milk is in the refrigerator. Temperature. How hot or cold something is. The temperature is very high today. Theater. A place for plays or movies. We watched a play at the theater. Upper. Higher in position. The upper shelf is full of books. Welcome. To greet someone kindly. We welcome new students every year. Anticipate. To expect something. I anticipate a good result. Barrel. A large container. The wine is stored in barrels. Beam. A long piece of wood or metal. The roof is supported by wooden beams. Casual. Relaxed and informal. He wore casual clothes to the party. Caution. Careful attention. Use caution when driving in the rain. Contrary. Opposite in nature. His actions are contrary to his words. Deliberate. Done on purpose. That was a deliberate mistake. Dissolve. To mix completely in liquid. Sugar dissolves in water. Explode. To burst with force. The bomb exploded in the building. Fasten. To close or attach. Please fasten your seatbelt. Germ. A tiny organism causing disease. Wash your hands to kill germs. Kit. A set of things. I bought a sewing kit. Puff. A small burst of air or smoke. He blew a puff of smoke. Rag. An old piece of cloth. He cleaned the table with a rag. Scatter. To spread around. The wind scattered the leaves. Scent. A pleasant smell. I love the scent of fresh flowers. Steel. A strong metal. The bridge is made of steel. Swift. Moving very fast. The rabbit made a swift escape. Toss. To throw lightly. She tossed the ball to him. Triumph. A great success. Winning the game was a big triumph. Aboard. On or into a ship, plane, or train. Welcome aboard the ship. Bitter. Having a sharp, unpleasant taste. The coffee tasted bitter. Bullet. A small piece of metal shot from a gun. The police found a bullet on the ground. Devil. An evil spirit. People believe the devil brings evil. Drift. To move slowly without control. The boat drifted down the river. Enforce. To make people follow rules. The police enforce the law. Fountain. A structure that sends water up. We sat by the fountain in the park. Harbor. A place for ships to dock. The ship arrived at the harbor. Inhabit. To live in a place. Many animals inhabit the forest. March. To walk in a formal way. Soldiers march down the street. Millionaire. A person with a lot of money. He became a millionaire at 30. Port. A place where ships load and unload. The port is busy with ships. Sheriff. A law officer in a county. The sheriff arrested the thief. Startle. To surprise suddenly. The loud noise startled the baby. Sweat. To produce water from the skin. I sweat a lot in the summer. Trigger. To cause something to happen. Loud noises can trigger his anxiety. Unify. To bring together. The leader tried to unify the people. Vessel. A ship or large boat. The fishing vessel is at the dock. Voyage. A long trip by sea. Their voyage lasted 2 weeks. Worship. To show respect to a god. They worship at the temple every week. Apprentice. Someone learning a trade. The apprentice learned from the master. Assure. To tell someone something is true. I assure you, everything is fine. Bandage. A strip of cloth to cover a wound. She put a bandage on her cut. Bleed. To lose blood. His knee started to bleed. Bond. A close connection. A strong bond grew between them. Chef. A professional cook. The chef prepared a special meal. Crown. A headpiece worn by a king or queen. The king wore a golden crown. Departure. Leaving a place. The train's departure is at noon. Diligent. Working hard and carefully. She is a diligent student. Emperor. A male ruler of an empire. The emperor ruled for 20 years. Fiber. Thin threads from plants or cloth. Cotton is a natural fiber. Horrible. Very bad. The food tasted horrible. Impolite. Not polite. It's impolite to interrupt. Kneel. To go down on your knees. He knelt to tie his shoes. Luxury. Great comfort or wealth. Staying in that hotel is a luxury. Massive. Very large. The castle is massive. Panic. Sudden strong fear. She felt panic during the fire. Priority. Something important. Safety is our top priority. Robe. A long, loose piece of clothing. He wore a white robe. Scold. To speak angrily to someone. The teacher scolded the student. Affair. A matter or situation. This is a family affair. Assembly. A group of people gathered together. The school held an assembly. Bless. To ask for God's help. The priest blessed the baby. Cereal. Food made from grains. I eat cereal for breakfast. Cheerful. Happy and positive. She has a cheerful smile. Diameter. A straight line across a circle. The diameter of the plate is 20 centimeters. Exploit. To use something for advantage. They exploited the land for gold. Famine. A severe food shortage. The famine lasted for months. Harvest. The gathering of crops. Farmers are busy with the harvest. Merry. Happy. We had a merry evening. Nut. A hard fruit with a seed. I ate some nuts. Pardon. To forgive someone. Pardon me for being late. Pharaoh. A ruler in ancient Egypt. The pharaoh built many temples. Ripe. Ready to eat. The banana is ripe. Roast. To cook in an oven. We roasted the chicken. Routine. Regular way of doing things. Exercise is part of my routine. Scheme. A plan. They made a scheme to win. Slim. Thin, in an attractive way. She has a slim figure. Stove. A device for cooking. Put the pot on the stove. Theft. The act of stealing. The police are investigating the theft. Adolescent. A teenager. The book is for adolescent readers. Aptitude. Natural ability. He has an aptitude for math. Compliment. To say something nice. She complimented my dress. Hinder. To make something difficult. The rain hindered our trip. Journalism. The job of reporting news. She studied journalism at college. Jury. A group deciding in a trial. The jury found him guilty. Justice. Fairness. We want justice for all. Liberty. Freedom. People fought for liberty. Literary. Related to literature. She loves literary works. Pharmacy. A place to buy medicine. I went to the pharmacy for medicine. Pill. A small piece of medicine. Take one pill every day. Presume. To guess something is true. I presume you are tired. Privacy. The state of being alone. Everyone has a right to privacy. Punishment. A penalty for wrongdoing. The punishment was too harsh. Sensible. Showing good judgment. It's sensible to save money. Slice. A thin piece of something. I cut a slice of bread. Sorrow. Deep sadness. She felt sorrow after the news. Straw. Dried stalks of grain. The horse slept on straw. Swell. To grow bigger. My ankle began to swell. Tidy. Clean and neat. Keep your room tidy. Affection. A feeling of love. He showed affection for his dog. Agency. An organization providing services. She works at a travel agency. Ash. The powder after something burns. The fireplace was full of ash. Confine. To keep in one place. The dog was confined to the yard. Dismiss. To send someone away. The manager dismissed the worker. Erupt. To explode suddenly. The volcano erupted last night. Fate. What happens in the future? He accepted his fate. Lava. Hot liquid rock from a volcano. The lava flowed down the mountain. Miserable. Very unhappy. She felt miserable in the cold. Navigate. To find the way. We navigated through the forest. Originate. To come from. The idea originated in Japan. Remainder. What is left? I ate the remainder of the cake. Retrieve. To get back. I retrieved my bag from the bus. Shallow. Not deep. The water is shallow here. Slope. A surface that is not flat. The slope is too steep to climb. Span. The full length of something. His career spanned 30 years. Superstition. A belief not based on reason. Knocking on wood is a superstition. Sympathy. Feeling sorry for someone. I have sympathy for the poor. Vibrate. To shake quickly. My phone vibrated in my pocket. Wander. To walk without direction. We wandered around the city. Armor. Metal clothing for protection. The knight wore heavy armor. Blaze. A large, strong fire. The blaze destroyed the house. Boom. A loud, deep sound. We heard a loud boom outside. Cliff. A high, steep rock face. The cliff overlooks the sea. Flame. A hot, bright burning gas. The flame grew stronger. Independence. Freedom from control. The country gained independence. Invasion. Entering by force. The invasion happened at dawn. Knight. A soldier in armor. The knight protected the castle. Lightning. A flash of light in the sky. The lightning lit up the sky. Rebel. Someone who fights authority. The rebels fought against the king. Retreat. To go back. The army decided to retreat. Revolution. A change in political power. The revolution changed the country. Spear. A weapon with a sharp point. The hunter carried a spear. Steep. Rising sharply. The hill is very steep. Summit. The top of a mountain. We reached the mountain summit. Thunder. The sound after lightning. The thunder was very loud. Troops. Soldiers. The troops marched into the city. Warrior. A fighter, especially in the past. The warrior defended his village. Withdraw. Take back or leave. He withdrew money from the bank. Yield. To produce or give. The farm yields good crops. Bench. A long seat. We sat on the park bench. Daisy. A small white flower. She picked a daisy from the field. Dispute. A disagreement. They had a dispute over money. Empty. Having nothing inside. The box is empty. Horror. Extreme fear. The movie was full of horror. Incident. An event. The incident happened yesterday. Mist. Light fog. The hills were covered in mist. Object. A thing. This object is very old. Orphan. A child without parents. The orphan lived with relatives. Plot. The story of a book or film. The movie's plot was exciting. Pregnant. Expecting a baby. She is pregnant with her first child. Rage. Extreme anger. He was filled with rage. Revenge. Punishment for harm done. He wanted revenge for the insult. Shame. A painful feeling of guilt. He felt shame after lying. Sigh. To breathe out in relief or sadness. She sighed with relief. Sneak. To move quietly. He sneaked into the room. Spare. Extra. Do you have a spare key? Stem. The main part of a plant. The stem of the flower is green. Supper. An evening meal. We had soup for supper. Tender. Soft and gentle. The meat is very tender. Beneath. Under. The shoes were beneath the bed. Cub. A young animal. The lion cub stayed close to its mother. Dawn. Early morning light. We woke up at dawn. Dissatisfied. Not pleased. He was dissatisfied with the service. Ease. To make less difficult. The medicine eased the pain. Evident. Clear. It is evident that he is tired. Hail. Small frozen rain. It hailed all afternoon. Howl. A long, loud cry. Wolves howl at night. Leap. To jump far. The cat leaped over the wall. Magnificent. Very beautiful. The view from the top is magnificent. Necessity. Something needed. Water is a necessity for life. Outcome. The result. The outcome was better than expected. Pile. A stack of things. There's a pile of clothes on the bed. Profound. Deep or intense. Her words had a profound impact. Seize. To take suddenly. The police seized the stolen goods. Squeeze. To press firmly. Squeeze the lemon into the glass. Supreme. Highest in rank. The supreme leader spoke to the people. Terrific. Very good. You did a terrific job. Trait. A characteristic. Honesty is a good trait. Vital. Very important. Oxygen is vital for survival. Attack. To use force against. The army attacked at night. Breast. The front of the chest. She held the baby to her breast. Cancer. A serious disease. He is fighting cancer. Cancerous. Having cancer. The doctor removed a cancerous cell. Cell. The smallest unit of life. The human body has millions of cells. Cigarette. A small roll of tobacco. Smoking cigarettes is harmful. Code. A system of rules or symbols. We use a secret code to communicate. Cure. A treatment that makes someone well. Scientists found a cure for the disease. Destruction. Great damage. The storm caused destruction in the city. DNA. Genetic material of a living thing. DNA contains our genetic code. Extensive. Covering a large area. The fire caused extensive damage. Female. Relating to women or girls. The female lion hunts for the pride. Furthermore. In addition. Furthermore, he is a great singer. Gene. A unit of heredity. This gene affects eye color. Inherit. To receive from family. She inherited her mother's eyes. Link. A connection. There's a link between diet and health. Male. Relating to men or boys. The male bird is more colorful. Population. The number of people in an area. The city's population is growing. Result. The outcome of something. The result was surprising. Sugar. A sweet substance used in food. I put sugar in my tea. Accommodate. To provide space for someone. This hotel can accommodate 100 guests. Circus. A show with animals and performers. We went to the circus last night. Coincide. To happen at the same time. My trip will coincide with your birthday. Commission. A group or payment for a task. The artist got a commission for a new painting. Dose. A measured amount of medicine. Take 1 dose of this medicine daily. Dye. To change the color of something. She dyed her hair red. Extent. How large or important something is. I didn't know the extent of the problem. Gender. The state of being male or female. The form asks for your name and gender. Headline. The title of a news article. The headline caught my attention. Informal. Casual, not official. This is an informal meeting. Inquire. To ask for information. I will inquire about the job. Messenger. A person who delivers messages. The messenger brought a letter. Peer. Someone of the same age or level. He works well with his peers. Portrait. A picture of a person. She painted a portrait of her friend. Pose. To stand or sit for a picture. He posed for a photo. Ranch. A large farm for animals. They own a cattle ranch. Steer. To control the direction of something. He steered the car carefully. Stripe. A long, narrow line. The flag has 3 stripes. Tame. To make an animal less wild. They tamed the wild horse. Tempt. To make someone want something. The smell of cake tempted me. Van. A large road vehicle. We rented a van for the trip. Cautious. Careful to avoid danger. She is cautious when crossing the street. Confess. To admit something. He confessed to the crime. Cottage. A small house in the country. They spent the weekend in a cottage. Daytime. The time between sunrise and sunset. Owls sleep during the daytime. Desperate. Feeling no hope. She was desperate for help. Exhausting. Making you very tired. Moving to a new house is exhausting. Fade. To lose color or strength. The colors of the shirt faded. Fierce. Very strong or intense. The fierce storm damaged many homes. Gamble. To risk money on a game or bet. He gambled and lost all his money. Lawn. Grass in a yard or garden. The lawn needs cutting. Mow. To cut grass. I will mow the lawn tomorrow. Outlaw. A criminal or someone outside the law. The outlaw was caught by the police. Prospect. The possibility of something happening. There is a good prospect for success. Purse. A small bag for carrying money. She keeps her keys in her purse. Rod. A thin, straight stick or bar. He used a fishing rod to catch fish. Seldom. Not often. He seldom visits us. Shave. To cut hair from the face or body. I shave every morning. Terrified. Very scared. She is terrified of spiders. Wizard. A man with magical powers. The wizard cast a spell. Abroad. In another country. She studied abroad for a year. Airline. A company that provides air travel. The airline offers cheap flights. Audience. People who watch or listen to something. The audience clapped loudly. Bargain. To discuss the price of something. I bargained for a lower price. Brief. Short in time or length. We had a brief meeting. Currency. The money used in a country. The currency in Japan is yen. Data. Information, usually in numbers. The report is based on data. Domestic. Relating to the home or country. She prefers domestic products. Draft. A first version of a document. I wrote a draft of the letter. Gather. To collect together. We gathered flowers in the garden. Hobby. An activity you enjoy in your free time. Reading is my favorite hobby. Income. Money earned from work. His income is enough to live comfortably. Jet. A fast airplane. The jet took off quickly. Maximum. The largest possible amount. The maximum speed here is 80 kilometers per hour. Official. Approved by authority. This is an official document. Recommend. To suggest something. I recommend this restaurant. Refer. To mention or direct someone. Please refer to page 10. Remote. Far away. They live in a remote village. Sleepless. Without sleep. I had a sleepless night. Volume. Amount of space or sound. Turn down the volume, please. Circulate. To move around freely. The air circulates in the room. Consequent. Happening as a result. The flood and the consequent damage were serious. Derive. To get from something. Many words derive from Latin. Drown. To die in water. He fell in the river and drowned. Dynasty. A family ruling for generations. The Ming Dynasty ruled China for centuries. Fraction. A small part of something. Only a fraction of students passed. Frost. Ice formed in cold weather. Frost covered the grass. Illusion. Something that looks real but isn't. It's just an illusion. Invade. To enter by force. The army invaded the city. Lieutenant. A military officer rank. The lieutenant gave the order. Marine. Related to the sea. Marine animals live in the ocean. Merit. A good quality. This plan has many merits. Navy. A country's sea military. He served in the Navy. Polar. Related to the poles. Polar bears live in the Arctic. Ray. A beam of light. A ray of sunlight entered the room. Resign. To leave a job. She decided to resign from her job. Suicide. Killing oneself. He tried to commit suicide. Tremble. To shake slightly. His hands trembled with fear. Underlying. Basic but not visible. The underlying problem is money. Via. Through. By way of. We sent the package via airmail. Alter. To change. I had to alter my plans. Aside. To the side. She set the book aside. Autumn. The season after summer. Autumn leaves are beautiful. Blend. To mix together. Blend the ingredients well. Collapse. To fall down suddenly. The building collapsed in the earthquake. Crush. To press something hard. He crushed the can with his hand. Curve. A bending line. The road curves to the left. Disgusting. Very unpleasant. The smell was disgusting. Drain. To remove liquid. Drain the pasta before serving. Embrace. To hug or accept. They embraced each other warmly. Envy. To want what someone else has. She envied her friend's success. Fireworks. Bright explosions for celebration. We watched the fireworks on New Year's Eve. Flour. Powder from grain for baking. Add 2 cups of flour. Fuse. To join, or a safety device. The fuse blew during the storm. Jealous. Unhappy because of others. Success. He is jealous of his brother. Ginger. A spicy root. I like ginger tea. Paste. A thick, soft substance. Spread the paste on the wall. Receipt. A paper showing payment. Keep the receipt for refund. Wipe. To clean, by rubbing. Wipe the table with a cloth. Wire. Thin metal thread. The fence is made of wire. Acknowledge. To accept or admit. He acknowledged his mistake. Ambassador. An official representative. The ambassador met with the president. Blonde. Light yellow hair color. She has blonde hair. Conquer. To take control by force. They conquered the city. Drag. To pull something. He dragged the heavy box. Exaggerate. To make something seem bigger. Don't exaggerate the problem. Heritage. Things passed from the past. This castle is part of our heritage. Insult. To say something rude. He insulted the waiter. Meanwhile. At the same time. She cooked. Meanwhile I set the table. Necklace. A piece of jewelry for the neck. She wore a gold necklace. Noble. Having high moral qualities. He is from a noble family. Precious. Very valuable. Gold is a precious metal. Prejudice. Unfair opinion. We must fight prejudice. Rumor. Unproven story. There is a rumor about a new law. Sin. An act against moral or religious rules. Lying is considered a sin in many religions. Spectacle. Something impressive to see. The fireworks show was an amazing spectacle. Stack. A neat pile of things. There is a stack of books on the table. Suspicious. Thinking someone may be guilty. The police found his behavior suspicious. Pastin. A metal container. I opened a tin of beans for lunch. Vase. A container for flowers. She put fresh roses in the vase. Ache. A steady, dull pain. My back aches after sitting too long. Arctic. Very cold. Related to the North Pole. The Arctic region is covered with ice. Canal. A man-made waterway. Boats travel along the canal. Chemist. A person who prepares medicines. The chemist gave me some medicine. Chill. Coldness. There was a chill in the air this morning. Congress. A formal meeting for discussion. The Congress will meet next week. Dairy. Related to milk products. I bought some dairy products at the store. Descend. To move downward. We will descend the mountain slowly. Grocer. A person who sells food. The grocer sells fresh vegetables. Hesitate. To pause before doing something. Don't hesitate to ask for help. Institution. An established organization. The university is a respected institution. Jog. To run slowly for exercise. I jog every morning in the park. Merchant. A person who buys and sells goods. The merchant sold fine silk fabrics. Poke. To push with a finger or object. He poked me to get my attention. Postpone. To delay something. They postponed the meeting until Friday. Splash. To scatter liquid. The kids splashed water in the pool. Stubborn. Not willing to change mind. My little brother is very stubborn. Suburb. Area outside a city. They live in a quiet suburb. Tide. The rise and fall of sea levels. The tide is high this morning. Tragedy. A very sad event. The accident was a real tragedy. Bomb. An explosive weapon. The bomb exploded in the building. Certificate. An official document. She received a certificate for her training. Circumstance. A condition affecting a situation. Due to the circumstances, we stayed home. Coffin. A box for a dead body. The coffin was carried to the cemetery. Cope. To deal with problems. She had to cope with a lot of stress. Criticism. Negative comments. He is sensitive to criticism. Devastate. To destroy completely. The hurricane devastated the town. Frown. To make an unhappy face. She frowned when she saw the mess. Gaze. To look at something for a long time. He gazed at the stars. Glance. To look quickly. She glanced at her phone. Grief. Deep sadness. He felt grief after losing his pet. Groom. To clean and brush an animal. She groomed her horse every day. License. An official permission. You need a license to drive. Microscope. Device to see small things. The scientist used a microscope to study cells. Nuclear. Related to atomic energy. They discussed nuclear energy. Portray. To describe or show in a picture. The painting portrays a young woman. Rotate. To turn around. The Earth rotates once every 24 hours. Souvenir. Something kept to remember a place. I bought a souvenir from Paris. Submarine. A ship that can travel underwater. The Navy used a submarine for the mission. Trace. A small sign of something. There was no trace of the missing cat. Coastline. The outline of a coast. The coastline is beautiful here. Deter. To stop someone from doing something. The alarm will deter thieves. Devise. To create or plan something. They devised a new system. Distance. The space between 2 points. The distance between the two towns is 10 kilometers. Expertise. Special skill or knowledge. She has expertise in software design. Fracture. A broken bone. He has a fracture in his leg. Headache. Pain in the head. I have a headache from stress. Implement. To put into action. We will implement the new plan tomorrow. Insight. Deep understanding. His book gives an insight into politics. Limb. An arm or leg. He injured his limb in the accident. Might. Strength or power. The army used its full might. Optimism. Hopefulness about the future. She faced problems with optimism. Proficient. Skilled at something. He is proficient in English. Raft. A flat boat made of logs. They crossed the river on a raft. Ridge. A long, narrow hilltop. We climbed to the mountain ridge. Shoulder. Part of the body between neck and arm. She hurt her shoulder while lifting. Shove. To push roughly. He shoved the door open. Spouse. A husband or wife. You can bring your spouse to the event. Thrust. To push suddenly. He thrust the letter into my hand. Tolerate. To allow something unpleasant. I can't tolerate loud noise.